I'm Roth. I'm 44 years old. I am a cyclist by hobby and a professional, and just uh, been at Foundation Fitness for over a year now. I was nervous. I think I was probably felt like I was going to be embarrassed. While I had been on my bike quite a bit, I hadn't been to the gym in years, so I sort of was like expecting to be humbled very quickly. And Yeah, so I had a lot of anxiety about going to the gym in general. So I feel like it was, but I had sort of hit this spot in my life where it's like I need to do something about it. So I would have coming in and seeing it was just Austin and I in a room in basically the gym. It was like took a lot of that anxiety down. I'm sure you can relate, but like go to a huge gym, you're going to feel judged. You don't have that personal attention at all. And so for me, it was just everything came down to like, okay, cool. It's just me and a trainer talking, and there wasn't any expectation of anything. So I look forward to it. Like it's something that I have identified I need to do on a regular basis, to the point where my partner's like, are you basically is asking me, are you not working out this week kind of thing? So which I am realizing like how important movement and exercise is to my mental health and sort of getting rid of the stress throughout the week. So it's become a ritual for me. I think I told myself that I would not do bad things 2 days in a row, right? And so whether it's like, oh, maybe I'll cheat on my food, or like not log something because I don't want Austin to know I didn't eat it or something, like that will happen. But I think as far as like the gym goes, I recognize that like I can tell when I haven't gone for a while. And so I don't want to make two bad decisions in a row, because I feel like that's how those bad that bad narrative for me gets started again. And so I just say, just not twice in a row. So that's what brings me back. And look, if I don't do all of the exercises, that's the other thing. It's like I will compromise with myself, be like, I'm just going to do a half hour instead of an hour. Like I still have autonomy over what I do here. So if I'm not feeling it, I don't have to do it, right? But at least I'm here and I'm making an effort. So that's what's important for me. I was at this point with my health where my doctor was like, you're going to have to make some serious lifestyle changes, or we're going to need to like explore some fairly serious treatment options. And when I first got here, part of the onboarding, Austin was like, let's put together your list of whys. And I mean, health was like one component, but also as I started thinking through it, I realized I had all these fears downstream of like heart attacks, diabetes, like, these like additional conditions, but then also just like didn't feel good, didn't feel attractive, to my partner, like all of, and these were all really affecting how I talked to myself and how um, I guess, like viewed myself too. And so I realized that like I had all of this anxiety and fear around something I knew I should be better at. So I just sort of gave myself some grace to be like, okay, I'm going to start slowly, and it may not be perfect because it's not going to be, but at least I'd rather go out trying than just have sat and then show up, be 5 years down the path and be like, hey, you just had a stroke and you're now pre-diabetic, and be like, how did that happen? Like, so I was tired of feeling unhealthy. I was tired of feeling unattractive. I was tired of saying really nasty things to myself every time I looked at myself in the mirror. And I just said, I need to start somewhere. So I I feel like it's a little community here. Like the fact that we had a Christmas party and we all went bowling, something I would never think happens at like one of these other gyms. So I appreciate sort of like connecting with people, and because Chico is small already, but it sort of seems like there's a little niche community, and I for one enjoy pumping other people up as I see their progress. There's a couple regulars in my time slot who started off, they couldn't do push-ups, and now they can do more push-ups than I can, and I'm just like, good for you, girl, like go get it, you know what I mean? Like, so I just, to me, I that's changed how I my entire mindset about what the gym is in my life has totally changed from just like something you have to do to like something I want to do. I think my confidence is, I notice like I stand taller. I'm more aware of my body positions and like intake and outtake. So I think there's a more of just an awareness about me in space that I didn't have before. And I think the mindset of like incremental change and little wins is something that I'm applying everywhere, because I think sometimes at work we probably feel just as overwhelmed about a project or something, but if you can make small incremental steps towards finishing it, it really helps feel like after a while you're like, oh, it's done, kind of thing. So first, I think it's Austin. I think his approach to coaching and being kind of an accountability buddy, which is something I was looking for, has been perfect. It's not heavy, but it's not light. It never feels judgy, and it's always focused on like, okay, what are your goals, and we can adjust those goals if it's hard for you. But I think the whole process starts with Austin. Um, I think, I mean, for me, the gym, the size of the classes and just the exercises, having not to have to think about what am I working on today, who's going to be there, am I going to have to wait for the machine to be ready, it like I know that when I come for an hour I'm going to do what I need to do for that hour and I feel great afterwards, and it's all aligned towards a larger goal. And then we hang out and reevaluate like what those goals are going to be later. So it's sort of like, I don't it's for me, I feel like it's starts with Austin, it's the gym size, and then the other people and what they're working on here, and then kind of the combination of those two things makes it super special. So Austin is like, well, first of all, like I text Austin probably daily, so it's sort of it's like it's more, he feels like more like a trainer, less of a trainer, more of like a friend. So we're always like exchanging music and things like that together, which is fun. But so we set up kind of my own personal goals. Like one of my goals is like I want to ride a 200-mile bike ride race, which is a long ways away. But so, he's like, okay, how do we break that into smaller incremental things? Um, we track food. He provides sort of meal recommendations, macros, and then we change it up depending on kind of what his plan is. So, for example, when I first joined the gym, we tracked my food intake, and then he's like, I actually want you to eat more food than you're eating. And I was like, what? This and but as soon as I started doing that, I actually started losing weight, and I'm like, this is magic, right? So did we do that for the whole time? No, no, no. But like initially, just start a gym expecting you're gonna have to like just eat less food, and actually he's like, no, I want you to eat more. Was really like felt like very backwards, but it in the long term it made sense. So he has like educational seminars that he does on the weekends, and we've played like trivia here about like nutrition and tracking food and macros. And so I think he takes it a step further than just like, I take your money and I assign you things. Like he's really focused on building a community here, and just sort of like motivation around making healthier choices, whether, and that's mental, physical and nutritional, basically.